Imagine, if you will, a quaint ice cream parlor in Vienna. The aroma of freshly baked waffle cones hangs in the air, children's laughter mingles with the gentle hum of the freezer. But beneath this veneer of sweetness lies a chilling truth, a darkness so profound it would send shivers down your spine. This is the story of Estibaliz Carranza, the ice cream killer. Our tale begins not with the sweet taste of summer but with the bitter chill of murder. Carranza, a seemingly ordinary woman, harbored a deadly secret beneath her calm exterior. In the depths of her ice cream parlor, she committed unspeakable acts, forever staining the shop's legacy. The world would come to know her story in 2011. But the seeds of this chilling narrative were sown years earlier, hidden from the unsuspecting public. It's a tale of love and betrayal, of chilling premeditation, and of a descent into the darkest recesses of the human soul. Estibaliz Carranza, a Spanish-Mexican woman, had built a seemingly normal life in Vienna. She ran her own business, a charming ice cream parlor that was a favorite among locals. But beneath the surface of normalcy lurked a horrifying reality. It was within the walls of this very ice cream parlor, where families came for a sweet treat, that Carranza committed her gruesome crimes. The cellar, typically used to store tubs of ice cream and cones, became a makeshift tomb. It was here that she hid the dismembered bodies of her victims, encasing them in concrete and burying them beneath the floor. The victims, her ex-husband Holger Holtz and a former lover, Manfred Hinterberger. Both men met their demise at the hands of Carranza, their lives extinguished in cold blood. Their bodies, dismembered with a chainsaw, would remain hidden for years, concealed beneath the happy facade of her ice cream parlor. What drove Carranza to commit such heinous acts? The answer, it seems, lies in a tangled web of relationships and a desperate desire for control. Her relationship with Holger Holtz, her first victim, had been tumultuous, marked by arguments and a bitter separation. In 2008, Carranza shot Holtz in the head while he sat at his computer. She then used a chainsaw, purchased specifically for this gruesome task, to dismember his body. The pieces were then stored in a freezer, later to be encased in concrete and buried in the cellar of her ice cream parlor. 2 years later, Carranza found herself entangled in another troubled relationship, this time with Manfred Hinterberger. Hinterberger, described as domineering and possessive, became Carranza's second victim. She shot him in his sleep, later dismembering his body and concealing it alongside the remains of her ex-husband. The chainsaw, a tool typically associated with construction and landscaping, took on a sinister role in this chilling tale. Carranza had purchased the chainsaw with the specific intention of dismembering her victims' bodies. It was a cold and calculated act, demonstrating a chilling level of premeditation. The act of dismemberment, often seen as a way of dehumanizing the victim, served a practical purpose for Carranza. It allowed her to conceal the bodies within the confines of her ice cream parlor, burying them beneath the floor of the cellar. The chainsaw, once an innocuous tool, became a symbol of Carranza's brutality, a chilling reminder of the lengths she was willing to go to cover up her crimes. Its presence in this story adds a layer of gruesomeness, painting a vivid and disturbing picture of the events that transpired within the ice cream parlor. Section 5. The Confession and the Memoir. For 2 years, Carranza lived with her horrifying secret. The ice cream parlor continued to operate, a macabre contrast to the darkness hidden beneath. But in 2011, the truth unraveled. Maintenance workers, summoned to investigate a foul odor, stumbled upon the gruesome remains in the cellar. Faced with the undeniable evidence, Carranza confessed to her crimes. She was arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder. Her confession sent shockwaves through Austria, shattering the image of the seemingly ordinary ice cream parlor owner. While in prison, Carranza collaborated with a journalist to write her memoir, My Two Lives: The True Story of the Ice Lady. In it, she detailed her crimes, offering insights into her motivations and her state of mind. The book, however, was met with mixed reactions. Some saw it as an attempt to profit from her crimes, while others viewed it as a way for Carranza to take responsibility for her actions. Section 6. Inside the Mind of a Killer. What drove Estibaliz Carranza to commit such horrific acts? Was it a cold, calculating act of malice, or was she driven by forces beyond her control? These questions have captivated the public imagination, prompting psychologists and criminologists to delve into the mind of the ice cream killer.
Some experts believe that Carranza's actions were a result of a borderline personality disorder characterized by instability in relationships, intense emotions, and impulsive behavior. Others point to a history of abusive relationships, suggesting that Carranza was a victim turned perpetrator.
Carranza herself claimed that she was driven to kill out of fear and desperation. She described her victims as controlling and abusive, claiming that she acted in self-defense. However, her meticulous planning and the brutality of her crimes suggest a level of premeditation that contradicts this claim. Section 7. Trapped in a web of her own making. Carranza's memoir paints a picture of a woman trapped in a web of her own making. She describes feeling suffocated by her relationships, unable to break free from the men who controlled her life. Her crimes, she argues, were a desperate attempt to regain control. However, this narrative of victimhood is complicated by Carranza's own actions. She chose to stay in these relationships even when they became toxic and dangerous. And while she may have felt trapped, her decision to kill was ultimately her own. The question of whether Carranza was a victim of circumstance or a master manipulator remains a subject of debate. Her story serves as a chilling reminder that the line between victim and perpetrator can be blurry, and that even the most ordinary-seeming individuals are capable of extraordinary acts of violence. Section 8. 480 Kilometers to Freedom. In the aftermath of the discovery, with the gruesome truth laid bare, Carranza panicked. She knew that her carefully constructed facade had crumbled, and that justice was closing in. Driven by a desperate desire to escape the consequences of her actions, she fled Austria. Her journey, a 480-kilometer dash across the Alps, took her to Udine, Italy. She sought refuge with a street musician, hoping to disappear into anonymity. But her freedom was short-lived. Italian authorities, alerted to her presence, apprehended Carranza at the musician's lodgings. She was extradited back to Austria to face trial for her crimes, her dreams of a new life shattered. Section 9. Behind bars, a life goes on. Despite the heinous nature of her crimes, life, as it often does, went on for Estibaliz Carranza. While incarcerated, she found love again, marrying the father of her child in a prison ceremony. This unexpected turn of events added another layer of complexity to Carranza's story. Was it possible for a woman capable of such brutality to find love and happiness? Or was this just another manipulation, a way to garner sympathy and improve her situation? The prison walls, while confining her physical body, could not contain the complexities of her life. Carranza's story, far from ending with her imprisonment, continued to evolve, raising questions about redemption, forgiveness, and the resilience of the human spirit even in the face of darkness. Section 10. The Ice Cream Killer's Legacy. The case of Estibaliz Carranza, the ice cream killer, left an indelible mark on Austria and beyond. The image of the unassuming ice cream parlor, transformed into a scene of unimaginable horror, captured the public's imagination. Her story served as a chilling reminder that evil can lurk beneath the most ordinary of facades, and that even those we believe we know can harbor dark secrets. The ice cream parlor, once a place of joy and sweet treats, became a symbol of betrayal and chilling violence. Carranza's legacy extends beyond the immediate horror of her crimes. Her case sparked debates about mental health, the criminal justice system, and the ethics of profiting from crime. Her memoir, while controversial, offered a glimpse into the mind of a killer, prompting discussions about the nature of evil and the possibility of redemption. Section 11. Echoes of a Chilling Tale. The echoes of Estibaliz Carranza's chilling tale continue to resonate. Her story, a stark reminder of the human capacity for both love and violence, serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to look beyond surface appearances and acknowledge the darkness that can reside within the human heart. The ice cream parlor, now closed, stands as a silent testament to the horrors that unfolded within its walls. It serves as a reminder that even in the most unexpected of places, darkness can lurk, and that the most ordinary-seeming individuals can harbor extraordinary secrets. The story of the ice cream killer is a stark reminder that the world is not always as it seems. It is a story that continues to fascinate and horrify, urging us to confront the darkness that exists within ourselves and the world around us.